A brand new trailer for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has dropped. The moment I was informed of this trailer's existence, I jumped on it. Well, I didn't literally jump on it, but I did watch it on YouTube. Now you click on this trailer and you're hyped to see it, but the first thing you notice is the runtime. This is a lot shorter than your average trailer. This is only 52 seconds long. This is very intriguing, and it could mean 3 things. 1, it's jam-packed with details. A short but sweet trailer filled to the brim with juicy goodness. 2, it's nothing but a teaser with no substance, disguised as a trailer to attract clicks. Or 3, I have no life. Well, folks, I wouldn't want to waste your time, so let's get right into the analysis. Upon clicking play, we are treated to the very first shot of this trailer, which appears to be some sort of sign. It's a white sign with black text on it, and it's floating in a black void. Normally for Star Wars, there are no black voids. It's always stars. I respect that they're trying to subvert our expectations, but I'm gonna have to fix this one. There we are. That's much better. Now, taking a closer look at this sign, what does this text mean? Well, the text reads, visit www.esrb.org for rating information. Now, opening the trailer with this shot was a bold move, and I will tell you why. You see, if you visit www.esrb.org, and you search for LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, nothing shows up. They essentially wasted about 15 seconds of our time with this opening shot, give or take your internet speed. It's really interesting to me that they would open up this trailer with a lousy prank. Now, after we're done crying about the prank, we are given a black screen. But wait, there may or may not be more. This black screen is only here to build up to some text that appears on the screen. This mysterious text reads, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away." The first time I viewed this trailer, I kind of ignored this text because it just kind of showed up on the screen and I acknowledged it, but I didn't really know what it meant. Upon second viewing, however, I think I noticed something a little interesting. If you look very closely at the start of the film Solo: A Star Wars Story, this text does in fact appear. This has all led me to believe that we will be receiving Solo: A Star Wars Story content in this game. Now, if you've seen my previous clickbait where I discussed the 7 things I want to see in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, you'll know that I did mention I want to see Solo: A Star Wars Story content. This shot only waters my mouth further. After this text finally goes away, our eyeballs are filled with Darth Maul. He appears on the screen so suddenly. Now, I have something to confess here, something I would normally be ashamed of, but considering how effective this trailer is, I feel like a lot of you are going to relate to this. When this Darth Maul jump scare occurred before my eyes, I peed myself a little. Just a bit. Just a little bit. I peed myself just a little bit. No. No, that's a lie. I peed myself a lot. I seriously screamed to the point that I had to pause the video just for a moment to take a breather and change my pants. Now, Darth Maul isn't just here for the scare factor. He's actually here to represent The Phantom Menace, a film in which playable levels in this game will be based upon. A small detail I noticed here is the way he moves his chin. It moves as if it has the consistency of jelly. But what's interesting about this is that LEGO Darth Maul is made of Lego, which is plastic and not jelly. Is this some type of new force power where you can turn your chin into a sponge? After Darth Maul's sinister stare fades off the screen, the next thing we're given is a shot of Jango Fett descending from the air using his jetpack as a group of droidicas surround him. So many questions, no answers. The very first thing I thought about when I saw this shot was Jango Fett's death sound in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. A very interesting detail I noticed here is that Jango Fett is carrying an average Star Wars blaster as opposed to the two hand pistols he carries in LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Could this suggest that perhaps somebody else is wearing his armor? Maybe Wicket the Ewok? Or Jabba the Hutt? Next up, we see Darth Vader rising in what looks like a hospital bed. Looking at the background, he appears to be in some sort of cave. Now here's something I noticed. If you look at his arms, both left and right, there are new designs that weren't in the previous games. This is extremely new and different, and I can't get behind this. It's not what I'm used to. This ruined my childhood. There's a huge contrast between this shot and the next one. You see, we are going from dark to light, from Vader to Leia. In this shot, Leia looks around very suspiciously before touching what seems to be R2-D2's nipple? The humor in this shot really worked for me. It's hilarious how she only looks behind herself and doesn't look to the right, where she clearly would have found a camera that we are watching her on. The weird thing here is R2-D2 doesn't have nipples. He's kind of just a trash can, and as far as I know, trash cans typically don't have nipples. Maybe she's just petting him, since he really is just like a pet. Before we go into the next shot, I'm going to put out a disturbing content warning. If you're going to look away now. Han Solo, frozen in carbonite. I thought the Darth Maul jump scare was scary. Now they're just dropping this disturbing content on us like there's no tomorrow. A very interesting detail in the background of this shot is this box where it looks like there's an image of a hot dog on it. Now at the same time, Han Solo seems very joyful with a smile on his face and his arms in the air. All of this could suggest that moments before Han was frozen in carbonite, he was throwing a hot dog party. Now, I'm not saying my theory is the correct one, and I'm not saying your theory is wrong. What I am saying is that I'm this joyful when I'm having a hot dog party, so it only makes sense that this is what Han Solo was doing moments before he was frozen in carbonite. Of course, that is just my theory. No plot details for the game have been revealed yet, and we'll just have to wait until the game's release to find out what really happens. In the shot following this one, we see Luke on what looks like a diving board. This shot is just packed with details. A dude being eaten by the Sarlacc pit to the left of him, Boba Fett to the right, Luke stuck in the middle with this Weequay skiff guard who's sticking an axe up his butt. There is so much going on, and it doesn't even stop there. In the background, there's a figure standing there who sort of looks like Queen Amidala with a hand sticking out of her legs. There's also someone else standing here, but I have no idea who that is. All I can see is their feet. The next shot, which is inspired by the film Star Wars The Force Awakens, showcases the Millennium Falcon flying straight up into the sky. If this isn't enough to get you excited, I don't know what is. I feel like there's a lot of symbolism here that people are really missing. You see, this shot could symbolize one of two things. One, upon this game's release, it will be very successful and the sales will go straight up. Or two, this game will fail miserably and the game will go straight up into heaven. Or three, I straight up have no life. In the next shot, we see an unmasked and angered Kylo Ren as he charges at and strikes down this unknown figure. The pure hatred in his eyes says it all. Kylo Ren is not one to be messed with. I don't know who this person is, but they had it coming. Are they really going to spoil a death scene in the trailer, though? I don't know. We're then finally treated to this next shot where Rey is in the desert and she does a backflip over a TIE fighter and challenges it to a lightsaber battle in slow motion. She has no fear in her eyes whatsoever because she knows that she is ready for this challenge. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the very first time we are ever seeing a human versus TIE fighter lightsaber duel in all of Star Wars lore. This is an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. We then get more text on the screen, this time reading all 9 films. I think this was a typo because this is not a film and definitely not 9 films. This is a game. Thankfully, the trailer corrects itself immediately after realizing its mistakes, with new text reading one new game. At this point, I was emotional just listening to the music playing in the background. Until suddenly, we are given a wonderful shot of Lando Calrissian, Chewbacca, and R2-D2 inside of the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. Chewbacca releases a mighty roar before smashing his face against the control panel. Lando then whines like a child by saying,
"They told me they fixed it."
Now, I believe there is some significance to this line. I'm not a big fan of the spoken dialogue in LEGO games. I'm a real sucker for the noises and grunts they made in the classic LEGO games. My theory as to why Lando is saying,
"They told me they fixed it,"
is that he thought they were removing spoken dialogue from the game. Yet he's currently able to speak, which means they didn't. Immediately after saying this, R2-D2 stitches a battery to the back of a toilet seat, which then activates this whole light speed sequence. The interesting thing about this? There's no dialogue for the rest of the trailer. My theory is that R2-D2, with his smart brains and knowledge, managed to completely erase the spoken dialogue from this game. After this, we are teased one last time with the title for this game, LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. After that, the official year of release is revealed. It is coming out in the year 2020. As we're reading this information about the year of release, we're given this cute animation where we see BB-8, D-O, and R2-D2 bump into each other and boop at each other. As you may already know, I love this type of classic LEGO humor. We are then shown all of the platforms in which this game will be released on. Lucasfilm Ltd, TT Games, WB Games, LEGO, Games, X, Xbox One, P, PS4, PC, and last but not least, Nintendo Switch. They also try to prank us again at the end here, but we already know not to fall for that again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go to my Patreon page and sell your soul to my channel. Until the next one, bye! Well, that's it for this one, folks. Make sure you have a subscription in play for the Kittydaw YouTube channel so you may receive notification for the next upload.